Hey everyone, I will be setting up for Ashes Reborn Red Rains, and I hope that I can at least show you correctly how to set up a game and maybe the first few turns of playing against a Chimera. So, I do have some things set aside. I have all the dice, which I'll put here for now. Have all the tokens, the first player marker, which you will still use when you play this mode. You have a board that looks like this, and there's a discard, draw, Chimera, ultimate behavior section. This is where you'll put some of your tokens to track. You'll put your 5 rage dice here. You'll put your behavior dice somewhere near the behavior deck, but I kind of just put it up here as well. And these remaining dice will be for my Phoenixborn deck. I'm gonna put this up here, and then we'll get the Chimera deck going. So there's going to be a total of 6 cards you set up between ultimate and behavior. There's 3 of each, so you'll see there's phases 1, 2, 3. Phases as well for the behavior cards 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna stack them from 1 to 3, 1 being on top, and placing them face up like this. Then there's a fatigued card. Depending if you're playing solo or 2 players, you're going to put that face up, depending on whichever one you're playing. So I'm solo. I will play this, place this face up with the solo facing up on the draw pile. Okay. Next, I'll show you the Corpse of Euros. There are a couple of options to choose from when you want to play against a Chimera. And really there's just levels. So one side of the card will be for 1 player, the other side will be for 2 players. Because there are adjustments made to make it more, even. So I'll be playing the Chimera standard level 1. So I'll put that into the Chimera spot, put everything else off screen. And then you have the 18 card aspect deck. So there's going to be level 1 and level 2 cards. That comes into play specifically during setup, and that setup will require you to set it up with level 1 cards and level 2 cards. So you're going to shuffle up one of the two aspect decks, one being Fury, the other being Shadow, I believe. This is the Fury one, so I'm going to shuffle it up, and then I'm going to look for a level 1 card off the top. This is just how I do it. And that'll be the first one here to the left, and then the rest will be level 2s, and I just draw off the top till I get them, and then I'll just shuffle lightly again. And then I'll go on top of the fatigued card. Discard will be where you discard the aspect cards or whatever discarding you need to do. And then finally we get to my Phoenixborn. I'm going to be using Astrea, I'm not sure how people say it. I'll place that Phoenixborn right here. It has a battlefield 4, spellboard 4, and it has a health of 19. And I have some conjurations, which is the ones with the black deck backs. So I have Iron Rhino and 3 Admonishers. I'll place them right here. And then I have my starting 5 already selected. I'm going to start with Sleeping Bear, Sun Sister, Freezing Blast, Summon Admonisher, and Summon Iron Rhino. That's going to be my first 5, is what they call it. Basically, you get to choose your starting hand, 5 cards from your deck, but it can't be any repeated cards, so only 1 of each card in your hand, okay? And then I will be using 2 different dice, Divine and Natural magic dice. So this is the natural, and it has a class side and a power side, which resembles a frog, I believe, or something like that. And then the divine magic die has kind of like angel wings, I guess, as the class die, and then as the power die it has this lion. Okay, so 5 of each I'll be playing. You can mix and match up to 10 dice that fit your deck. And I'll just place these here so I make note of the dice power effects for each. May not be legible to you guys, but that's okay. So I'll go ahead and Also shuffle up my remaining 25 cards because you should have a 30 card deck for your Phoenixborn. And then maybe we'll get a few turns in here. I'll kind of explain how to play. Any rules mistakes that I notice will be in the description, so please, as always, I apologize for those mistakes, but I am not a perfect person by any means. Okay, and then setting up for first player, I will point this towards me to signify that I am the first player. Okay, and I think we're ready to get started. So I will be first, and I get to decide to do a main action or a side action. Side actions are not mandatory, but it is an option. So main actions have this icon. That's a main action icon. A side action icon looks like this. So this is a side action icon, and hopefully you have enough of these to play. I find that with this deck I don't have too many side actions to do. A lot of main actions, which means it might be a little slower to play. So definitely be strategic about that when you're building your deck. All right, so I think I need to roll my dice. That's the most fun part about this game. All right, I got one of the power, another power, and then some class dice, and only one basic, which is awesome. It worked out for me. So now I will do a main action or a side action, but I'm not going to do a side action yet. So I'm going to just play a sleeping bear for 2 class dice. And it has slumbering 1, so when it comes into play, I have to put an exhaustion token immediately on it. No side action, I will end my turn. Now it's the Chimera's turn. Whenever they take their turn, they roll one of the rage dice and one of the behavior dice. It rolled a basic, so if it rolls a basic, you don't put it in one of these 5 slots. It just goes back to the pool, and that's that. I rolled a 4 on the behavior die, so when that happens, you reference this behavior card and you look at the value. So for 3 or 4, main action, attack if able, if not, reveal. As you can see, I still have face down cards here for the Chimera. That means I cannot attack. So in that case, I will reveal. When you reveal cards from left to right. So this will be revealed, and this is a fire belly. Red Wrath 1. When this unit is declared as an attacker, deal 1 damage to all units in Phoenixborn the opposing player controls. It's got 1/2/1. So attack 1, it does 1 damage when it attacks. Life 2, it could take up to 2 damage before it has to be discarded. Blood 1 means when it is dead, it deals the corpse of your Chimera 1 damage. Alright, so that's all that happens. You just reveal it. It doesn't actually attack until it says to, again, next. So back to me, main action. I'm gonna play my Summon Admonisher, and that will be in my spellboard. And to clarify, my battlefield can have up to 4 allies or conjurations, and my battlefield will be up here. It could be 4 wide. My spellboard will be underneath the battlefield. It will also be 4 wide, meaning I can have 4 spells in my spellboard. If I happen to have another Summon Admonisher, because in my deck I have 3 cards, I stack them. It does not take up one of the 4 spots, just so you know. And that's important as well, because some cards like Summon Admonisher have a focus. And focus means if you have an additional one, in addition to like the one that you already have, there's additional abilities you can do. So just something to note there. So that was my main action. I played this card. There were no dice costs on this one, so don't need to worry about it. Side action, I don't have cards that I can play as a side action. Side action I could do for Divine is placing a power die on a target I control without one. and it will have +1 damage, but I don't have anything worth putting on because Sleeping Bear can't attack right now. What I could do is Natural Magic, Dice Power Effect. Pay a frog, deal 1 damage to a target unit. I don't think I will do that right now. I'll just end my turn. I'll roll for the Chimera. Alright, so I rolled this Red Rains icon, which means it will get slotted. So once this gets up to 5 dice here, a Red Rains token is placed on the corpse of Euros. Once it hits 3, which is the ultimate value here on the card, if it hits 3, then you read the instructions on the ultimate card because that ends up triggering. I rolled a 10 on the behavior die, and that says side action, raise 1 basic rage die 1 level. So that just means raising 1 of the dice in the active pool and putting it into this row. So now I have 2 out of the 5. And then it says reveal for the main action. So I will reveal, again, you start from the left side of what is not revealed yet. I got a Frozen Fear. This says, after this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, place 1 exhaustion token on that opponent's target Phoenixborn. It does have Terrifying 1. This unit cannot be blocked or guarded against by units with an attack value of 1 or less. It has a 3/3/2. Alright. So I think now is my turn, and I'm going to play a Freezing Blast. And with that, I'm going to use my 2 blue dice here. And it says deal 2 damage to a target unit, remove 2 status tokens from that unit. So with that, I'm going to deal 2 damage to the Fire Belly. It dies because it has 2 life, and it has blood 1. So I deal 1 damage to Euros. A side action I don't want to do right now, so back to Euros. Alright, roll the basic, and then I got a 9, and that says target opposing player must lower 2 non-basic dice in their active pool 1 level. That's not good. So these will both be down to basics. And then it says reveal. So I'll reveal this, and it's an Iron Scales. Defender. This unit will block for the Chimera and guard for aspects without this ability. The Chimera will not guard for this unit. After this unit is dealt damage, prevent all but 1 damage from being received. 3/2/2. Okay. So I think I'll actually use Astria's Beguile ability. So I'll exhaust it, spend a basic die, place 1 exhaustion token on a target unexhausted unit. I will exhaust the Iron Scales so that Defender is not active. It will, though, still have this inexhaustible ability called Iron Scales. Because of this icon, that means you can't actually exhaust that card text, but it exhausts everything else. So I'll leave that there. So that was my main action. And then I'm going to end my turn. See what the Chimera will do. Roll the basic. Got an 8. Target opposing player must lower 2 non-basic dice. Oh boy. Okay, so these will be lowered to basic. And then it reveals. So revealing this, another Frozen Fear. Alright. Back to me. I'm gonna summon an Admonisher as my main action, putting a exhaust token on this. And when I do that, I should explain, it's because that was a requirement to play this ability. I have to fulfill the cost, which is exhausting it and then moving a die. And although it looks like I don't have that die, I only have this lion. A lion can be used for that class symbol and the base symbol, so anything below it basically in value. Okay, so I'll place that exhaust token, I will spend this die, and now I can place that Admonisher Conjuration onto my battlefield. So when I do that, I go into my Conjuration deck, which has this backing, and I look for the Admonisher, and I simply place it onto the battlefield. I read the card. It says Rebuke 1 at the end of each round. Deal 1 damage to a target Phoenixborn. So if this survives to the end of the round, I can deal 1 damage to Viros. Okay, so now I can look to see if I have a side action I want to do, and it looks like I actually will not. Actually, maybe I will. I'm going to meditate. And meditate means you can either discard a card from your hand or meditate off the top of your deck to increase the level of one of your dice. So per card that you meditate with, and you can meditate with as many as you'd like, you can increase the level of your die. So okay, so to meditate, I think I'm gonna meditate for 2 dice. So I'm going to discard, oh no, it's a Sun Sister and another Sun Sister. No, I like those Sun Sisters. That was probably not a great idea. But anyway, this will now be moved up to 1 level, and this will also be moved up to 1 level. Alright, that was unfortunate. Okay, gonna roll for the Chimera. Alright, I roll the red range icon, it gets slotted, and then I have a 10. Raise 1 basic rage die 1 level. Ugh, alright. And then it says reveal. So at this point, as you can see, there's really nothing to reveal. When you cannot reveal, you automatically have to attack with the leftmost unexhausted ally or aspect. So I'm going to exhaust Frozen Fear on the left, and it's going to attack. And the way targeting works is there are these icons. This icon will target your Phoenixborn. If there was an icon on the left, it would target your leftmost ally. If it targets the right, it will target your rightmost ally. So this is targeting my Phoenixborn directly. Unless I have guard on any of my allies in the battlefield, I won't be able to protect my Phoenixborn from this attack. So it's going to take 3 attack. In addition, actually, it has Terrifying 1. So even if it had guard, the attack value on that unit needed to have at least 2 attack. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to take 3 damage on my Phoenixborn. 1, 2, 3. And then it's my turn. I have nothing to attack with. In case you're wondering why I'm not attacking, I can't actually attack right now. So with the Sun Sister, I will play it as my main action. I had to meditate because I didn't have this class die for the Divine Magic die. So I'll use these 2 dice. Main action, play Sun Sister. It has Care, which is a side action. Remove 1 wound token from another target unit you control. Unfortunately, a Phoenixborn is not considered a target unit. It's not a unit, so you can't target it. So I can't use that side action right now, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and skip my side action and roll for Viros. Alright, roll the basic, which is nice for me. And I got an 8, which says target opposing player must lower 2 non-basic. Oh no, I needed this. Okay. Oh well. Alright, so this is going to go down to a basic, and I can't, fulfill the other one. It says reveal. I can't reveal, so I'm going to attack. Frozen Fear is exhausted. Iron Scales is exhausted. So Frozen Fear here will be exhausted, and it will attack my Phoenixborn, doing it 3 damage, and essentially I have 6 damage now. Just like that. I have damage. Back to me, main action. I can meditate off the top of my deck. I meditated with Enlightenment and changed this die to a class die on the natural magic side. And then I'll spend it as my main action to play Summon Iron Rhino into my spellboard. So that will be the second card of my spellboard. And that's my turn because I already did a side action and a main action. Alright. We have 5 dice now in this track. I removed the 5 dice, put it back into the active pool, and then I add one of these red reins tokens on top of the Chimera card. Once I hit 3, I'll have to read this ultimate card, and yeah, it's not great when that happens. Okay, well, I think this was a good overview of how this game plays. It was a good few turns to hopefully get you interested in hopefully learning this game. And yeah, I do have some full playthroughs on my channel. Plenty of mistakes were made in those, so watch at your own risk. But I do have many other corrections listed in the description. I'm really enjoying this game. I have a ton of the expansion decks that Ashes Reborn has released so far. There's just so much replayability. I'm super excited for the upcoming Red Rains expansion as well, outside of this one. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.